Hi, this is Ryan at Racket Fanatic Fitness Q&A. Welcome back, Lee. Good to see you, mate.
Good to be back.
So this week's question, Lee, I finished my match, I'm exhausted. What food do I need? What is the best meal to have after a match?
We need to get some foods in there that's going to help when it comes to growth, when it comes to repair. So we're looking at the protein. We've been using our muscles to train. We want to help and start that process for that growth and repair, as I say, for your muscles. We also want to fill glycogen stores, so fill up them energy stores in that muscle. You've just been training, you've had a match, you want to fill up them energy stores again. And what I say is your muscle is like, it's like a fuel tank, and you've used that fuel, we need to top it back up again. Ideally, I'd stay away from fats, because fat's going to slow down protein release. Again, it's weighing things up. Fats helps carbs stick to the muscle, but it also can slow down protein release. So we want protein to be released quickly to help that growth and repair, as I say, but we also want the carbohydrates to stick. So again, it's weighing up, and I bet you sat there thinking, you've not actually given me an answer, like you've given me two. Which one do I do? And this is where it's nice to give that education so you understand, and then we have that independence and we can implement that ourselves. So let's say, for example, I'm your nutritionist and I'm going to implement a post-match or post-workout meal for you. I would go for something very similar, like oats, get some protein powder. Again, you want it to be enjoyable if you can. So something like that, some sugar is going to help spike insulin, as I say. Or we could go for, again, something like chicken, some rice, just something quite light and fast releasing to help just get into that muscle as quick as I can. Your body is craving them nutrients, so we want to push them in as quick as we can.
Okay, thank you, Lee. That's interesting. So from what you're saying, it is after the match, really protein is one of the main things, or the most important. I've actually been eating quite a bit of turkey recently, like lean turkey. Yeah. Would you say that's a good one?
Yeah, perfect. So things like chicken, turkey, one of the leanest protein sources you can have. I know I've mentioned a few things in previous videos of things like protein powders and stuff, and I know I have lots of clients that don't like using those, which is fine. It can have an effect on digestion sometimes, but it's also balancing, again, the element of efficiency, getting foods in, and if you don't have access to warming certain foods up and things like that, again, getting foods in, but also we want them to be whole foods and good foods. So you having turkey mince, things like that is perfect. A good, lean, clean protein source just to really get into your body quite quickly. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Lee. Useful and helpful as always. Signing out at Racket Fanatic Fitness Q&A this week. See you next week.
See you next week.
Thank you.